Alright, another stream. This time, hopefully, it'll become a giant mannequin and just stop talking. So, what are my plans for this stream? Plans number one. Hopefully, we get like one viewer so I can keep an eye on him and talk to him and chat if need be. Number two, I want there to be. We are in a sewer system right now, and I need to fight my way out through it. Now, I don't think I have the inventory space to just keep exploring it. However, I want to see how far I can get. Hopefully, we can get through with this. But if not, let's see. We'll see. Just gotta set up the stream on my phone because I think that's a lot easier to set up than my computer. Alright, well, I sound pretty quiet. I just kind of realized that. I may have to raise up my volume, but that's assuming if no other background noise is that terrible either. I gotta wait till everything loads. Or, you know, just don't give me any time. I mean, I'll take an iron axe. Oh, what? Get up. Oh, right, I'm still butt naked. I'm still not wearing any worthwhile armor. No, what?
Violence calls for vengeance. Return and dispense
Oh, good
it.
thing I saved my bed spawn. Man. I couldn't get that last shot off on one of them. Let's see what that Discord message says. Oh, we got a wandering trader up here. Okay, well, we don't need that last one anymore. Evidently, we know where it is. Now, the question is, how did I get down there? There's no way I just dug from the well. I'll be honest, I don't even remember how I got in there. I hope everyone's Valentine's Day went well. I've just been kind of vibing. Ooh, that scared the shit out of me. Okay. Sometimes I want to download the Hordes mod just so that mobs can fight each other more often. But I feel like due to the more difficult zombies would make just the world a little bit more annoying to traverse. I am getting some good resources though. I don't even know where these key boxes go to. I gotta figure out where pillagers are spawning. Oh, right here. What am I right? Well, now I got some armor. Ooh. Green sewers. I just don't know why Vindicators are spawning here. want to see something. Oh yeah, that is yeah, this is not a pleasant place to be without torches in hand. No. No, don't tell me they just spawn out of thin air. Shit. Well, before I continue fighting them, I might... Oh, shit. Gotcha. I'll take a sea pickle, though. Iron ingot, whatever this is. Potatoes, never go wrong with those. Diamond. Christ. Why are you big? Okay, ow, why do you hurt? And why are you moving so aggressive? Oh, the leech does poison damage. That's great. I have a feeling these pies are not going to keep up with how much damage I'm taking. Okay, I think I found exactly what I need. This may not work as a weapon. Actually... I already have a melee weapon, so I'm just gonna use that part of the crafting recipe for an item. And the part that sucks though is I don't really want to use it as a crafting item, but I don't have a use for it now. man can take 2 hits instead of dying in 1. I'll take a bucket of salmon. A villager. And a pillager spawner. Oh shit. Oh, it's a wandering trader in here. Posital. Okay, well, you kind of deserve to be in here. What the f... There's literally nothing in here. Hello, viewer. And... I mean, I guess mangrove sapling would be good. Whatever. Gotta move on. Emeralds, skull. I think I already have a skull in my inventory. Yep. Jesus Christ, so many tools. Oh, hell yeah. A mending chain chest. A netherite sword. Just chilling in here. Okay. If I knew that mod was gonna give you that shit, I would have came in here ages ago. Again, as long as they're not giving me diamond stuff, I don't really care. Like diamond gear. That's one of the biggest problems, and I feel like is one of the hardest things for mod developers to do, is to resist the urge of just stacking every chest with like a diamond tool or something, or diamond armor. Diamond tools, I don't care. Like, again, like you go through how many tools trying to set it up. What I do care is when you add diamond armor. That's why I don't like add Dungeons Arise, because even though it would be perfect for clearing out with weapons, the amount of armor they give and the amount of advantage it gives to players is ridiculous. Okay. Oh, they just jump. How bad is that poison, dude? Jesus, you nearly killed me. I just want to figure out what these keys are for. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, thanks for the bad omen, guys. There's a witch here? Where? Hello, villager. I'm here to rescue you. Well, rescue is to say one thing. It's gonna be hard to get your ass out of here. I don't mind drinking a luck potion right now. I feel like I need it. sea pickles, a pumpkin, guild, bottles. Again, these are all going to be used for the trees. I would kill for that sharpness for on another weapon. Alright. It looks like those are the two primary chambers that would have been in. Other than that, oh, wonder what this one is though. How many bullets do I have? Jesus Christ, I'm burning through ammo. I'm using a gun that's specifically designed not to do that. I guess I'm just missing all my shots, or there's a lot of things to fight. I can't even target that one even if I wanted to. This really is just a... I was on Twitter and I was vibing and I saw a post. A guy who, well, an artist. They were talking about like their buddy shitting on them for playing indie games, and it was funny. But I was like, I didn't read the quote correctly because it's on an account, another account. So I wasn't really paying attention to what they were saying. So I said, oh, well, they're just trying to get you to play Super Meat Boy because I love Super Meat Boy and I love talking about it. And I also shit all over, what's it called, Super Meat Boy Forever. So the topic came up that they're making a 3D game. And as cool as that may seem, it's still just another game. I don't really have high faith in Team Meat to make a good experience after they completely botched Super Meat Boy Forever. Super Meat Boy Forever is a great idea, but I feel like they went through the execution one of the worst ways possible. Case in point, it's an auto runner that has like random generation, but this random generation isn't a fleshed out mechanic. It isn't that good. Basically, when you start a game, you'll be given a seed that's based off like 20 different Meat Boy animation things, and from there Meat Forever will generate a series of levels. It will generate almost everything for you, and you just have to play the game with all that enabled. Each level is 6 levels crammed into one seamless run. So the ranking goes as follows: C, B, A, and then S. Unlike in Flash, unlike in Super Meat Boy, there was only A plus ranks. Oh my god. Oh no. They hit you hard, dude. What the hell? Yeah, one hit took me down half health. Anyways. So, in Super Meat Boy Forever, it's an S rank. So how do you get an S rank? Well, to get an A rank, you need to beat the level under the allotted time limit. You can die as many times as you want per level or per section of the 6 sections. But the thing that you cannot do now, if you want to get S rank, you need to beat every single section. Oh crap, I'm dead. You need to beat every single section without under the time limit and without dying. And if you don't, and that is extremely difficult because level generation is ass. It is really bad. To illustrate why this is, right? There are many times when playing through a level in Super... Alright. Due to the way the level generation is, when you go from one section to another, there is a huge chance you'll be disoriented and you'll have no idea where to go. And from this, you'll like die in a section from another. Now again, it's obvious too when like practice runs when you need to prepare. Well, for your first time playing, you can't do it. Now again, it's not expected for any player to beat any level just by just their first shot. So it makes sense that you would have to practice to not die to something like that. But I think that the fact that it's a problem in the first place is driving me insane. Hold on, I'm gonna join a Discord chat right now. Okay. Anyways, so that's why that sucks. Another thing that sucks ass is some of the gimmicks. I think one of the worst gimmicks in Super Meat Boy Forever shows up very early in level 2. It is, there are these purple parasite blobs that suck you in, and they force you to punch 4 times to escape them. But that's not the bullshit part about them. The bullshit part about them is that they'll fly in a set direction from when they ate you. You won't die from the parasite itself chewing on you. You will die from the hazards it pulls you in. So when you get chewed on by one of these hazards, your first instinct is to start mashing. And while that is the correct answer, don't be too careless about it because you will still end up dying to mistiming your punch. Because in this game, remember, the only way to move in this game is to jump and punch. If you waste your punch, you will run into a section where you will just die. And it's very frustrating to play. It's a very frustrating thing to deal with. Because many times the deaths are not entirely your fault. It's just how the level design is kind of poor. Now again, you can say it's a skill issue, you can say all that, but for the most part, I feel like the biggest problem is just that. You will go from... It's just a lot of trial and error in a bad way. In Super Meat Boy, each level was defined, it had a definitive task for you to get through. and it was straightforward and short. Most levels, unlike except for like the final chapters, because well, of course, the final chapters are very difficult and long. But the earlier ones, even in like hell, they're still relatively short or fast paced enough for you to be able to take them on. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Come on, let me out. Look, I understand that there is some good into Super Meat Boy Forever, but it's just you would have to slog through so much of the game, and this wouldn't be a big problem if the music was good. Not to crap all over Ridiculon, but he has a high bar to set up against Danny Baranowski. It is not entirely fair for them. But at the same time, that is what people expect from Super Meat Boy. When it got ported over to PS4 and people were playing that, they were wondering what the hell happened to the OST, whether it would sound different and whatnot. Now, the reasons behind it, I don't really fully know. I'm sure someone does know, and I can go through a Google search. But if we're going to believe anything, chances are it was just primarily because Edmund did not want to pay the royalties for Danny's music, because I feel it's just not, and because he didn't rebuy the license, he couldn't use the music again, so he had to whip up a crew, Ridiculon, and you'll notice immediately when you listen to the music, because it has a lot of Binding of Isaac motifs in it. Like, for example, for the boss theme of Big Slugger, there is a motif for the Delirium boss fight, and it's just a good callback. But again, even though I love Delirium's boss fight theme, it does not mean that you could just substitute it for another boss. Not to mention how underwhelming Big Slugger is. Ooh, blank scrolls. Those would be very useful. You know what? Instead of using a revolver, I'll use a shotgun. Can't go wrong with shotgun. Do I have any relics? Melee, universal fire damage. something here. Oh, shit. I'm surprised no mobs spawn here. Well, besides rats. Is that seriously it, though? Alright, well, hopefully this map just points me. I gotta go so much further away. Is that a monument? It's time to get out of here. Ah, crap. Of course, something had to come up. Bruh. Never mind, false alarm. Let's just focus on getting out of here. I am not spending more time into these sewers. Oh, nah. No, that's not fair. Everyone in the village is dead. Unless I die to something down here, I don't think I'll be able to get out of here soon enough. Come on, let's go, let's go, we gotta go. We're gonna kill everyone. Okay, where are they? Over here. This would be so much easier if I didn't have to fight. Thank you, Iron Golem. Over here. Bruh.
Death may impede your conquest, but only broken will can hold it.
Wait, there was another village over here. How did I even get that far away? Yeah, Vindicators, once you let them go. They're not gonna kill everyone, but we are gonna lose a lot of people. North Wing. Gotta run. Hooray. Fully enough, the fireworks that the villagers fire can actually get them killed. Yeah, I don't plan on using blocks of filth for building anytime soon, so I'm fine to just throw that away. Alright, well, I need to go home and deposit half of this stuff, so I'll be making my way home. One thing I have noticed ever since I installed the Undermod is that the generation on the surface is a little more. It is varied. Not to say that's a bad thing, but it is strange. Like, you'll see patches of dirt and underground. I understand that's the point of the mod. But my main goal right now is to make a feeding upgrade and more backpacks to store different stuff. Again, if you've seen my other videos or seen how I go about balancing my build with sophisticated backpacks, I have 4 backpacks, not including the one I have on my back. The one on my back is like necessary on-hand stuff that I need to take with me. Then I have a red backpack for mob drops, a blue backpack for useful items, and then two alternate colors. Yellow being the most common one I use for storage of unstackable items or tools or weapons. It's not that useful in this mod pack per se. However, it is extremely useful in like apotheosis packs where like you constantly have to carry like extra rarity weapons just so you can keep going. And then the final backpack is just like blocks or high quantity resources. These are generally only there so that what's it called? You, the player, just can put stuff without wasting room. Speaking of things I need to put away, I need to put that away. Bruh, you just hear burning assault for a second. Y'all ever had that weird thing where like you're sitting down and like a bunch of background noise is just like making a song or something? That's currently what I have right now. I just keep hearing like something I think that sounds like music. 10 days. 10 deaths, 16 days. I will admit most of them is because I'm not thinking straight and I'm like making bad decisions. I do want to set up something. I want to set up like a guard defense location. But I need more villagers and I need a safe place to base. If you're bored and you really want to have some fun with terrain generation, I highly recommend you grab a modded world, like a modded seed world that you played a lot, and then put that into vanilla Minecraft and see how different it is. It truly is a mind-boggling experience. I will say I do like understeel fence. You can use it to craft understeel doors. If they look good, I'll probably use them. They copy the same sound as the door, but I mean, better than not having it. Though do let me know if I'm a bit quiet and whatnot. I prefer it if someone let me know so I can turn it up in OBS. Right now I turn myself down several pegs because it would pick up everything from me like slapping my hands and like making little noise. I mean, hell, I think the most frustrating one is it captures my, what's it called? My tendency to like scrape my legs against the seat. I'm still wearing shoes. Why the hell am I doing that? I'm not going anywhere. the most epic music while cooking. So, a feeding upgrade. Oh, so the feeding upgrade is an upgrade in what's it called? Sophisticated backpacks that will automatically feed you, and you can filter it to where it gives you food every time you need HP. The way I set it is every time I need heals, it'll feed me. But I also have it set to it's disabled on certain foods and only works it only works on crap. It only works on certain foods I allow. So I need to make 3 upgrades. And then from here I need to craft a food upgrade. I need a golden apple, nuggets that I just found loaded into the other structure, grab a melon, grab this ender pearl, coat the glistening melon. What was the other thing I need this one? Golden carrot, grab a golden carrot. No, but I'll make it. So I got the feeding upgrade level 1, but I need this level 2, so I need a diamond, 2 gold ingots. Boom. Now I just slot this in here, and boom. I can now set to allow eating this, eating this, and as last priority, this and this. And by doing that, I can shove all my food in my backpack and open my inventory for more options. And that is why I make the food upgrade, believe it or not. Okay. Next, I need to cut down all my trees. I am going to use this to craft a special charm, though. So to craft this, I need 1 emerald for that, 2 obsidian, and I think that's all I need. The Adventurer's Charm. Basically, all this does is it gives you +2 damage and another charm slot. And I think, yeah, it just gives you +2 damage. It's actually pretty useful, but most importantly, you can't break things accidentally, which is the primary reason I use it. Upgrade braces I'll put here. This goes in here. That goes in there. What can I use crying obsidian for? Enchanter's Pearl. I'm gonna need that before I start enchanting stuff. Alright. Next, I need to unload all my stuff. This is probably the worst part about having backpacks is the unloading process. But it's a living. Of course, I can consolidate these, but for now I'm just dropping these off. Now I just need a soul lantern. Where can I find a soul lantern? I do not know. I'll have to craft one some soul sand that I find. How's my armor? Well, it could be better. Alright, it's time for tree cutting. One thing I do like about Tree Harvester, it makes all axes extremely useful. Oh right, I can't mine while I'm wearing the charm. I should craft the omnivorous eye. Yeah, 30% more damage, my ass. Just give me the charm that allows you to, like, reload fast with shotguns. I would love that. Either it just grew, or it was blocked out by the other trumpet. Man, these things really just have a lot of durability, don't they? So you can find the Ring of Magnets in chests, but you could also upgrade it into the better version. For that you need a Eye of Ender, 4 lapis, and 3 gold ingots. And you get the Dislocation Ring. Basically, it goes from 8 blocks to 16 blocks. Not a half bad upgrade, if you ask me. And then from here, I need to smelt all the resources that I got. I want to see how this works. I'll just save that later. now that that's gone... Ah, crap. Mob drop, mob drops, mob drops, mob drops, mob drop. I guess that counts. Okay. This goes here, 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 here. Now the question is, do I have to carry on? Yes, I do. Okay, so the good news is, if I break, I'll break this, and I'll break this. Doing this will get rid of their jobs, and they'll be neutral. So while in neutral, these 2 villagers are mine. And I really only need like 4 villagers with no job or bed, so I can abduct them and put them somewhere else. But it'll be fine. Oh shit. Nice going, idiot. Oh my god, all the resources are here, bro. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna change something in the physics settings. Blocks. About half. Object scale, bring it down even smaller. Alright, by reducing the load, hopefully it's not as bad as it was before. I can only hope, though. Come on, give me the money. Well, they're extremely tiny, but it works. I haven't even made a portal to the end because I mean to the Nether, because I'm actually terrified of the Nether. Okay, done to that. Oh, ah, I thought they were all done. Ammo box. I need to make it. Okay, where is the setting? Sophisticated backpack. Sophis. Alright. Config. Common. Chest loot enabled. Yeah, that's fine. Modify. Jukebox. Let's see. I need to find the jukebox upgrade. So there's the normal, there's the advanced jukebox. Where's the normal one? 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, while that's going on, I'm gonna put some trumpet logs to smelt. Come on, it's taking forever. I hate being called for stupid stuff, bruh. I just got called to figure out what's wrong with my dad's freaking Fire Stick. And it turns out he wasn't using the Fire Stick. He was trying to use the Elite Box. Alright. So the next course of action from that I want to do from this point on is to basically just go into... I need to gather enough resources to make a base somewhere. Now the question is, where on this map do I make one? Because on one hand, I don't want to be too far from spawn. Spawn is right here. Oh, and that was a monument just chilling there. Do I not have a better monuments mod? I think the meadow over here would be a great place to make a base. Alright. Oh, but I have to go so far. Alright, so I just need to survive this night. Now, do I have any utilities right now? It's a full block. Oh, right, it's a full block. There we go. I would use the fast death if it was actually full auto. It's not full auto, so I'm not going to use it. The Pursuer is also... the pyro. There was one weapon called the Firestorm. Or it was like, yeah, the Firefighter. 40 round, but it takes rifle ammo. Wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? I can grab this, do this. One more. Press G. And then craft this. Put this. And now I have an alt ammo box. Let's go. Basically, it just means I don't have to carry. I know there's an add-on you can download that makes it so that you don't have creative right away. You have to like build up into it. But I don't got time for that. So, yeah. Those will be here to waste ammo. Well, actually, no. Do I even have to? I can just put them in a chest over here for any other person who's looking into armoring themselves. But now I have unlimited ammo. I really wish that instead of putting 9999, it would just put an infinity symbol. Sword, these two. So what can I craft for rings? Well, definitely a gold ring. I'm gonna need that. 4. Craft this, put this here. Boom. Okay. So the gold ring can create the promise of the earth, but I'll just put that in that list. I'll put this in the atlas, I guess the only thing I would be able to create is this one. I need a ghast here. 3. I'm gonna be killing stuff a lot, so I might as well just carry all 30 on my person. Because I'm going to craft 2 ammo upgrades. And it doesn't work on this weapon. Of course it doesn't. Alright, well how about this one? Shots. Do I even have quartz? Oh, right, I used it all. Alright, well, do I have calcite? Yes, I do. Yeah, they made calcite useful in this pack. Ignore what y'all just witnessed right now. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now I have +1 luck, more armor. And I'm ready to continue. If my friend does hop on and we actually start getting something going, then I'm gonna have to make a new world, which is gonna suck. Okay, I need a stack upgrade for that chest. So to craft the stack upgrade, you need 8 logs. Then you need planks to craft the upgrade. 4 iron ingots. I remember that because they weren't super merciless when you're crafting it. It goes like this. Then you need 2, 6, 6, 2, and I think that's the furthest I'm gonna take that upgrade. There we go. Next, I need to craft the duct tape. So to do that, I need slime balls. And paper. And I need 4 of them, so I need 4 paper. There we go. Super packing paper. If you put many on it, you can just straight up use it as many times as you like. Okay. I would craft them. Ooh, right. I need to upgrade all my backpacks. Yeah, sorry for this stream mostly just being like upgrades and whatnot, but I'm telling you, the beginning of every world that I play has a dull moment to it. Alright. I don't really want to go around finding 2 backpacks, so I'm just going to craft 2 of them. Now, if I recall correctly, I need 16. Craft 2 chests. Turn them into normal chests. Then I need 4 string and 4 leather. Well, actually, no, 8. Two backpacks. Next, I need to do my math because I fucked it up and I didn't bring the right one. Now that that's sorted out, I need to color these backpacks. Now, if I was smart, okay, I got cactus green. And I need 1 blue. And I need a rose, which would most likely be here. Okay, never mind. The one time I want a rose. There's no way that the only red rose is located all the way over there. Funnily enough, the orientation of this crafting recipe impacts the backpack a lot. But there we go. So this is my standard grab and go, mob, and resources. Now I'll be honest, I don't want to live here in the tundra. They spawn strays, the area is very uneven, and it's pretty brutal. So the next plan from this point on is to go into the snowy tundra. I mean, not the snowy tundra, the meadow over here. Plateau it, and then create a complex good enough to protect it against pillagers. Solid plan. I only got the rest of this day to do so. Because I spend more time standing, I'm going to cry. I don't want to kill all these passive mobs, but I need to establish a perimeter. So let's start here. Alright, well, if I'm not killing you or anything, I'm just gonna take that off. I want it big enough so I can create like a, not a wall per se, but like something that I can just, I don't want the pillagers to just roam free outside, especially evokers. I also don't want to terraform too much. Now I think about it, this is going to be a bad place to base because of the underground caverns. Especially here. Oh my god, it's going to be terrible. The biggest thing about pillager raids, you need to worry about them being underground. Because if they're underground and they're attacking, you will never progress to the next round until you kill them all. Again, I do not want a big terraforming project, so let's just leave it at that. Put that there, and continue. I don't want to dig underground, but I am going to use dirt I find from here to cover up the next areas. I do not want them falling into that hole. More importantly, I don't want to fall down that hole. I know I'm knowing myself, I'm gonna fall into it like 20 times. better be crafted into anything. Dirt bricks. Okay, gang. If I wasn't making a base from that, I would have spent the last like 10 minutes killing all these mobs. I'll end this stream in 20 minutes. I just want to put a foothold in what I'm doing. I don't really enjoy, like, I guess I didn't get lucky. And I got a pretty, like, mid location. I think I'm also gonna make like a tower. I never really got out of my way to make tower bases before. I want the first floor to be everything I can do, and then the upper floors be like what, you know, villager halls and etc. and climb high for it. I don't know, just finding building in the air way easier than like painstakingly going out of my way to like mining every single block one by one. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I should start making the paths. I'm so glad they added this into Minecraft. They're actually so good. Oops. It doesn't hurt to go in a little more. But now our perimeter is now established. Now I can continue mowing away at this. Oh shit. Well, there's my free backpack. Alright, what do you got for me? Nothing useful besides a backpack. That was lucky. I wasn't expecting to see one. But if you all are wondering why the hell you keep hearing random music, that is why. Underground, there's like a 10% chance. It's a pretty high chance that a mob will spawn with a backpack. When they spawn with a backpack, they'll have armor, some speed effects, and if you're really unlucky, like fire resistance or something. But point is, they're beefed up mobs. The scariest ones are in the end. Enderman comes strapped with that backpack. then yeah. As long as this game is general vicinity, no mob should be able to hear or see me. If anyone can help me out though, I have one question. How do you make the music from discs play dynamically? Where it doesn't, like, right now it's playing like it's right next to me, but it's not. Minecraft discs are edited so that they don't do that. They play based on the location of the jukebox itself, where it's coming from. So I need to figure out a way to make Minecraft discs do that so I don't have those problems. What's that guy? It's an advanced upgrade. Oh yeah, let's go. We're gonna slot that in real quick. What do we got? Alright, Be Done. That's a boss song. The Binding of Isaac. Okay, come on. There we go. We don't have to craft it. Just the upgrade. It saves me 2 diamonds. Oh, I need my hands on another gas here, but I need to kill witches. If I do see a witch, I'm gonna gun right for her. But I'm in no rush. I mean, realistically, all I have to do to get a mining charm, which is the one I want, is to go to the nether and kill one wither skeleton. I would kill for some efficiency on this thing. But I won't do that until I get the Enchanter's Pearl. such an abrupt change. Fastest hands in the West, boy. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. You're lucky I saw you at the corner of my eye. Nah, dog, really? My dad's watching a show, most likely it's the Russian Doll, but they tend to play music for like very important music, but there's a genre of music I really hate, which are the 80s. Oh my god. Bro, boomers will hold these songs to their dying breath and just be like, oh yeah, this is the greatest of all time music, and I'm like, yeah, it was great 20 years ago. Now it sounds like repetitive slop you'd hear somewhere else. I don't know. When it comes to songs, I like lyrics to have depth behind it, whether it's where they're played or what they say. Which is why I gravitate towards Eminem, which is, ooh, good break, shocker, you like Eminem, yeah. But I swear, like, when people come up with these random ass names for these people I never heard of, you turn on their music, they crank it up to max, and then they're like, actually, okay, well, here's when it gets good, and then you hear chorus, a few lyrics, the lyrics are ass, or they're edited in a way where you can barely understand them. That's my favorite. And I get it. You know, different taste for different folks, but sometimes, oh my god, what are you people listening to? I remember the first time I listened to Cardi B, I was like, there's no way fucking people listen to this shit all the time. Next thing you know, it's top 10s, you can't go on radio station without hearing this thing like crazy. Hell, I didn't get a proper radio until a few months ago. I mean, not a few months ago, a few years ago, when we just kept blasting music because we had nowhere else to put music. It was after that we had to use a Bluetooth radio set that would turn off the moment you would try driving. By that I mean like you couldn't adjust it, the volume or anything. Once you started driving, you'd have to park. So like I would get in the car first, put it on accessory on, and just painstakingly try to set it up, which almost never worked because if I did put on music, it was my music, and my music is way different than what my dad likes. There's very few intersects, so eventually it just turned into turning it off. But then we also ended up hating the musics that would show up anyways, which would be awful. Fucking brutal, dude. Oh no, you ain't doing this to me, dude. Yeah, and imagine in vanilla Minecraft hardcore, you just have that motherfucker jump out of the freaking... Just stop what he's doing, existing somewhere else, and come in and kill you. I don't know how long or wide I should make the torches, but I want to make enough rings so like if their doom on the spawns are extremely small amounts. It's funny because whenever I'm thinking about like making a video, like I start procrastinating right away just to get it over with. But then I think of streaming and you could just throw up a stream, edit a thumbnail, and then get it going. But at that point I'm just like, what do I do now? It's kind of hard to keep talking for an extended period of time, especially if you just burn through all your topics already. And that's the main worry I had when I started streaming. But then I realized, you know, it's okay to have some downtime. You can't be entertaining forever, and in fact, I think it's more mind-numbing to like try to keep talking. You got nothing, rather than like just being honest with yourself and just be like, you know what? I'm pretty fucking boring. Huh. My buddy said you joined about 2 hours ago. Well, so much for that. I'm hungry. This is what you gotta do for food. Pennies. 20. A reliable pistol. Oh, crap. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream here. Hopefully y'all have a good one. Also, to the one viewer who's actually watching me, I really appreciate your presence. Do let me know if I can change anything that would help you out. Or any things that you would like. And, yeah, I'll see you next stream.